Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least, until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. Dan Clancy seems to be hating on lurkers. I didn't cover this part last time. Last time I covered the part that he even talked to Cat Niente, Cat in Chat, whatever the heck she calls herself nowadays. And the fact that people got, angry at that, rightfully so, because of the things that she's been saying about other people. And today we are going to be talking about the other part that I left out last time, which was that Dan Clancy was saying negative things about lurkers, saying that lurkers is a negative term. It's not. It just shows that people are lurking in chat. It's not meant as anything negative. There are people, though, I will say, there are people in different communities who do use lurking as a negative term. I don't, and I never have. But there are people who see lurkers as leechers or whatever. I know because, I've heard it out there. But for me, they never are and never will be. Because it is a group of people. They are a group of people who don't actually, talk or whatever you want to call it in the chat, but they are there. They are the lifeblood of the community. I'm just going to say this before I start anything here. They're the lifeblood of any community. They are the lifeblood of any channel. They matter as much as anyone else. But, of course, some people do take it as a negative term. And a lot of people took offense to the fact that Dan Clancy used it as a negative term. It says here, she says, I disagree with Dan Clancy that he'd be lurkers is a negative term. Said it's not. He said it is. My follow-up question was auto-modded for no reason. Honestly, don't understand how Twitch works anymore. Shake my head. This was the one. It says, well, will you soon in the future adjust the irregularity on Twitch, pausing streams randomly for viewers who are actively chatting and participating? So yeah, it will. Twitch is doing this thing to try to prevent lurking, quote-unquote, prevent lurking, which is what they will do. They will pause the stream for anyone who isn't actively chatting. I haven't heard of it being happening yet, but it is something that, they said that they were going to be doing eventually. Wanted to be clear, I'm not saying this was some sort of conspiracy against me or anything like that. It's all just inconsistency, and recycled answers are just a drag. I fully love Twitch and everything provided to me, but give us better answers for a change. Lidia, a VTuber. This is what I'm talking about more. I'm talking about the VTubers' reactions to it. What is even crazier to me is that on stream with Cat Niente, whatever, she is well known for weaponizing her community to bully and harass other streamers and VTubers, creating multiple videos on YouTube about many creators. That's what we talked about last time. Dan knows nothing about this platform. Hydra says he's a wannabe streamer, and I knew he didn't think lurkers mattered. He's just going to push them all out of other platforms and that make them feel like they matter, which is why I think it's smart to multi-stream so they can watch from whatever platform makes them feel most cared for. Lurkers are love. Lurkers are life. So a lot of people are showing lurkers a love, which I always do. I always mention when I end my streams, because I do stream every single day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at the very least, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every time I leave, I always thank everybody who lurked, everybody who was there to begin with, because you are a body, a warm body there, at least taking time out of your day, whether it be audio only or in the background or whatever, you take time out of your day to chill with me and hang out with me. And you should be the next person to be on the interview. You're well spoken. Says here, I can only assume streams pause intentionally to have at least 5 to 10 seconds of buffer time, which I know defeats the purpose of being live and people wanting to participate in chat on demand. What if it's because of the rising cost of servers? It could be rising cost of servers, but a lot of other things are happening as well. You have other streamers also mentioning, TwitchCon and Twitch suppresses legitimate lurkers and TikTok suppresses creators. Media is another person that says, I'm guessing it was the V word. They may have added you as restricted, monitored after that's a silence you. It shows how much Twitch hates lurkers. What someone else suggested, but other messages were not flagged. So it's kind of, inconsistent. And it says, Regime, sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong. I guarantee you. If lurkers are negative term, so is follower, sub, viewer, and bits. Yes, I can go all in and explain how each is bad. This is moronic. Yeah, everything can be taken as bad if you really, really want it to be. You have other people, a few things are important to note here. Automod settings are for Catch channel, not Dan Clancy. I almost guarantee you got flagged for the word viewers, as it's a common word added to stop free, cheap viewer bots. It could be. Let's take a look. Kayleen Risu says, common issue for some. Been dealing with some pausing when I tab out when watching others because I'm usually working on the side. Figure that was an issue. Brave browser all this time. No, it's more than likely something due to prevent lurking. Alicia, as I mentioned last time, mentioned that the girl that's interviewing him, Catliente, did dox her full government name, clickbaited her cancer. And then Lucas is saying, think lurkers is a negative term, is perfectly in line with how Dan Clancy has been running Twitch. Many lurkers aren't actually counted as viewers because Dan here thinks that to be a true viewer, you got to be active. You got to be engaging with the chat instead of just enjoying your life and watching them. If you just watch, you're a shutters lurker. Lurkers are the backbone of Twitch and basically all streamers. Stop treating them like S when they're 90% of the viewers on Twitch. For example, large people, even on other platforms, for example, YouTube. Large amount of people watch all the Hololive girls. Let's just put Hololive as an example because they usually get pretty big viewers. Pecora sometimes gets up to 100,000 viewers. She's not getting 100,000 continuous viewers. She's on her streams. She's not getting 100,000 messages. She's not getting 100,000 people chatting. Maybe you'll have 1,000 to 10,000 people chatting at one time, but not 100K. That is the thing. A lot of people don't chat because things get too cluttery. Some people don't have time and watch you as a, if you are a streamer, they'll watch you on audio, or they'll just, have you in the background, or they'll watch you and not want to chat. I am a lurker myself in many chats that I'm in because I just, sometimes you just want to watch, enjoy. You don't have anything important. Well, I don't feel I have anything important to add to most people's chats, so I don't. I just go there and maybe say hi occasionally when I pop in, and then just enjoy the whole show that's there. But when doing that, apparently, I'm seen as someone that doesn't matter. At least the way that Twitch has been having it recently. But didn't bring it up. And again, Rosabelle Moo brings up the past stuff with Catliente, which is very pertinent. Girl interviewed Dan Clancy did things to Banana Juju and Doki Bird, and that told a bunch of lies and weaponized their community to harass us in our communities. Disappointing to see Twitch supporters who entire careers built on harassing VTubers. Twitch supporting them. So, and Lidia again mentions that about Doki Bird and Banana Juju. Remember, when it came to Doki Bird, real quick, she made a document, acted like it was given to her about Doki Bird, and then, because she was given information, she made a document herself, she edited it herself, as I showed when all of it happened, and she pretended like it was given to her. So that's something that did happen in the past. Chat participation shouldn't be seen as mandatory for a stream. Do you comment under every single YouTube video you watch? No. Does that mean you didn't enjoy the video's content? No. I hate how anti-lurker Twitch is to the point that they don't even push, they're even punishing creators and their viewership by excluding lurkers. Lurkers are still viewers, lurkers are still supporters. Some like to casually watch while multitasking. Some people are shy or have a low social battery and don't want to chat. I'm more of the social battery type. I am very much low social battery most of the time. I'm autistic as fuck too, so a lot of times when I'm saying something, I always have that question, is that socially acceptable? Is that something that, sounds good for me, but doesn't sound good for others? And a lot of times I just don't chat. Because I'm socially awkward, autistic person, so yeah, I'm not gonna take that risk. Some just literally want to watch live content and sit back. There are a lot of people who want to do that, especially in my streams as well. Some like to listen to streams like their podcasts. There shouldn't have to be a right way to be a stream viewer. Lurker is not a negative term. Kitsu, lurkers account for 60 to 80% of your viewers, but lurkers don't watch ads. Lurkers don't make them any money. That's why they are negative. Yes, that is the primary reason why Twitch sees it as a negative part of a stream, because they don't get money from it. This disconnect between the CEO and his own website is crazy. You see, let me just go to the VTuber specifically. You get Jellyfish VTuber here, Lulu Lurkhart. Lurkers are great, and I don't get Twitch's issues with them. Any viewer is a supporter of your stream. That's the way I take it. That's the way a lot of people that I respect, a lot of VTubers that I respect in the community take it. They take it as they are people who are supporting you one way or another. People are taking their time out of their day to go and be in your stream. Not in your chat maybe, but in your stream to begin with. And that is what matters to me more than anything. If you're a lurker in my chat, perfect. You're fine. Though you don't have to chat, you don't have to do anything, just be there and enjoy yourself. That's the way it's always been in my chat, and the way it always will be, and the way it should be, whether it be Twitch or YouTube. She has a big announcement for her community, as today we go to Miwa Peito, a Cloud Bunny VTuber, and this is through their Twitter side. They do have, you know, of course, a YouTube side and everything like that. But to their Twitter, they have announced that they are going on an indefinite hiatus. I'm going to make it much bigger for you guys because, you know, that's what I try to do for you guys so you guys can see everything. And also for my audio listeners, I'm going to try to be as concise as I can with this whole thing. So here we go. We're talking about here is, hello, my dearest Miwas. Miwas. I'm sorry to spring this announcement on you so suddenly. Firstly, I would like to thank you all for being for what has undoubtedly been the best year of my life despite ongoing health problems. My beautiful community, which I love so much, you have shown me how to be happy and taught me to smile until my face hurts. You showed me a life worth living and dreams worth chasing. I love being a VTuber. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. It is with a heavy heart that I announce that as of April 18th, I will be returning to the clouds for an indefinite hiatus. Please know that this was the hardest decision of my life. As you may know, I am very shy and haven't been able to speak, seek out opportunities that I have always dreamed of. I am taking this step now, hoping that I can go on and do things that will make you proud. I hope you can understand and accept the decision of mine. In truth, I am scared, but I know Miwas will cheer me on and hold my hand until the last second. I'll treasure every single second we spend together, and every laugh we shared, every game we played, and absolutely all of it for the rest of my life. If I can selfishly make one last wish, I wish to see you again. I wish for us to continue to smile together wherever that may be. Let us enjoy the final days together and make the most out of every second we have. Yours forever, Miwa. So they will be going on a indefinite hiatus soon. Love you, been a lovely friend, hardworking and so strong. I have no doubt you're going to be shining very brightly wherever you choose to go next. So this seems to be a sudden thing as of April 18th. It is going to be as of the doing of this, as of the recording of this, about a week from now that she's going to be doing that. It does suck for her community. It does suck for everybody that was hoping to continue to have her around. But whatever reason it is, and it seems to be a good reason of good opportunities popping up, it is wonderful for her. And I do hope that, maybe she'll be seen again eventually, but that this opportunity brings her way more wonderful things in the future. She got banned as we go to Powdur, who is an independent Blender artist and a VTuber. We're going to go to their Twitter here, where they said, I've been suspended on Twitch for 7 days. Got no warning, got no specific reason, only assumed that it was related to the Tyler video I watched since they deleted the VOD. I've submitted an appeal. Hopefully I can give you more specifics soon. I'll be streaming RE9 on Kick. In the meantime, see you there. That was something that suddenly happened, and it suddenly popped up where, like, the VOD that she was actually watching, as you can see below, she was watching this VOD, and she did get banned. She doesn't know exactly why. She thinks it's because of this. I'm actually gonna take a look at what she says on her video, of course, and here we can go and see the specific Tyler one that's there, about the specific stuff that he was talking about in the Frisco, Texas, and we're gonna take a look here at what she says in regards to the whole thing. Let's listen in as we get more information from her.
Hello guys, I have been suspended from Twitch for 7 days. Why? I'm not so sure. On April 7th, I watched I Exposed Texas's Indian Invasion by Tyler Oliveira with chat. The VOD was deleted by Twitch, so I can only assume my suspension is related to that. And this suspension in particular seems a bit much. However,
interesting. She
this
gets so
isn't my
drunk about
first
it. I
time
like
being
that.
suspended on Twitch, but even that previous suspension felt unreasonable, so let me give you the details on that. On January 19th, I used a widget to combine chat from Kick and Twitch. I received a warning from Twitch and immediately stopped using it in my streams moving forward. A week later, on February 4th, they suspended...
Yeah, Twitch is extremely cautious about those things. They hate those widgets, so yeah.
...me for 1 day for the same reason and deleted the VOD. If I had known leaving the VOD published was a problem, I would have taken care of it, but they never provided any directions on how to fix the problem. I just assumed that as long as I stopped using the widget in future streams, it showed that I understood the warning and fixed the issue. Apparently, that wasn't good enough. And to make matters feel a bit more silly, on February 24th, Dan Clancy announced that Twitch will no longer enforce against streamers with combined chats.
In this, This is something that in most cases, we had not been proactively managing or policing putting combined chat on screen, but it was the case that if a report was made, then we were issuing warnings. And that was what happened recently for Giga.
So it looks like what ended up happening here is that people were being reported by malicious actors for having the combined chats, which is something that people have had for a very long time. A lot of people have combined chats, and it seems like they weren't proactive, they were more reactive about it, which does suck for Powdur.
And I don't think, in hindsight, we've definitely heard the feedback. And so to be clear, we are updating our enforcement guidelines to make sure we are not issuing enforcement actions for integrating combined chat on the video from your stream, such as what happened to Giguk and what he was doing when he received the warning. Now, it's important to note the streamer is still taking...
I think they stopped that. Honestly, a lot of people think they stopped that because big people, that big money makers like Giguk, etc., did get hit by it. I think, honestly, that's what it happened.
Responsibility for what happens in the chat from third-party platforms, since we don't control that. So sorry about the confusion. Thanks for the feedback.
Fast forward to today around 1 a.m., I received a 7-day suspension without any specifics as to what I did wrong. The only thing that I do know is that it falls under hateful conduct, but other than that, I was not given any specifics, so I apologize.
It's probably a specific video, honestly. It's probably a specific video. Someone reported her. That's one of the big faults that Twitch has. If you mass report somebody, you report somebody enough, they will just take action immediately and ask questions later. They're very reactive instead of proactive when it comes to that.
I cannot tell you any more than that. I also did not receive any warnings. I submitted an appeal, which currently shows the status accepted, so I am waiting to see if I receive any emails about that. As a Twitch partner, I am incredibly disappointed in their inability to properly communicate with their streamers, and I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. So for the time being, I will stream exclusively on Kick until the suspension is over. YouTube shouldn't be impacted in any way, and the uploads will continue as planned. For streams, I'll be live on Kick Monday through Thursday, 12 to 3 p.m. PST. Thank you for continuing to support me.
Like I said, for the most part, I think it was a mass report. Because Twitch isn't, unless you have a Twitch moderator who doesn't like you, which has happened before, they won't go into your streams and be like, oh, we don't like this is hateful conduct. 99% of the time, it is mass reports. And when it comes to that kind of stuff, it seems like the more conservative voices in the space of Twitch do get reported more often, and they, like for example, Hassan Abi doesn't get reported a lot, and they will get hit. You will get hit a lot of times when it comes to that. Like I said, they're more reactive instead of proactive when it comes to that, as in they'll just react to the fact that they got something that says that, instead of being proactive and figuring out, is it actually a thing? Is it not a thing? Did they actually do anything negative or bad or whatever, or did they not? That type of thing. Unfortunately, she did get hit by that. And it is something here that Banana Juju saw. It says, what's going on? Powdur banned. Nobody bans the rights to my banana. And it says here, this channel cannot stream at this time due to violation of Twitch community guidelines. That's what happens. That's remember how they do two different types of ones. They do one specifically just for chats, and they do another one for streaming. She got hit with the streaming one. It says down here, under Clancy's leadership, man, he's really turned this platform into such a disaster, especially not to mention when some VTuber got the same thing over the same something about hips, which is ridiculously unfortunately, since he will never be held accountable. At least Powdur has Kick. I watch your old videos and wonder if she's unbanned since the access to the viewer. The videos are fine. The ban is for live streaming. So like before what they used to do is that they used to just ban your whole channel. And then you could have the little ghost thing that pops up, or saying it's banned, something like that. Now they just ban streaming. They just say they cannot stream. You will not be able to see the streams, but you can still see the VODs. Weird way that they changed it, but yeah, they changed it up. The same thing happened when Camila was banned. It is one of those things that Dan Clancy is running into when he's doing his things that he is now. But I do hope that eventually she will get unbanned, unless she said something really crazy, which I don't think she did. But if she did, then, that's a ban that's probably going to stay for a bit. But if she didn't, and it was just a mass reporting because of the video she was watching, because of the way she was reacting to it, then, I think it's going to get overturned. YouTube is screwing people over again. What do I mean by this? YouTube is mass deleting anime channels. Over the past few days, I've seen dozens of posts of animators whose channels were suddenly removed. The reason is almost always the same: spam, fraud, deceptive policies. But these are normal animation channels, original content, made manually, animations, characters, editing, All of it created by authors. No spam, no scam, no deceptive practices. Channels just disappear. Appeals are either denied or something even stranger happens. There are already multiple cases where a channel gets restored after an appeal and then gets removed again shortly after. The right hand does not know what the left hand is doing at YouTube. AI is good to kind of speed things along, I guess, in certain ways, but holy moly, they have screwed the pooch with this one. So a human approves the appeal, then AI deletes the channel again. Support the response in these cases. The decision is final. This no longer looks like an isolated mistake, looks like a systemic issue. Team YouTube is this normal. Affected creators are C Country, Fairy Lab YT, State Girls U, all these people here, smaller content creators. These are all, as you can see, smaller people in the, at least on Twitter, much smaller people, and but they have been putting out that they have been affected. Here are their things. April 2nd. The YouTube stuff here, just gonna put it on somewhere where I could make it a little bit bigger. April 8th, we've reviewed your content, spam, fraud, deceptive policies, and April 8th again, but that is about 3 hours later. They said a recheck showing that YouTube's account is free of any term service violations, and then not even an hour later, again, spam, fraud, deceptive policies. This is for Westlab. This is what the guy's talking about. You get it taken away for spam, fraud, deceptive policies. Then you get it brought back, and not even an hour later, the auto mod that they have, the AI mod, says, nope, you know what? Let's get rid of it again. One of the people deeply affected by this is Denpafish. Denpafish has decided that after everything that's happened, this is Denpafish here, they are a larger creator who does a lot of art. They are just a fun creator when you look at everything that they have done. They are constantly doing, like, they're doing ASMRs, they're doing 3D workouts, they're doing things like that. They're just having fun. They're trying to have as much fun as they can. VTuber is just a normal human girl who has alien parasites in her brain. And here's a little bit of her content, just, playing games, having fun, like anyone else will do.
Like traditional Clip Studio feels too digital for me. So I'm not as big of a fan.
So she's talking about her art stuff. She does a lot of art on YouTube as well. She does a lot of things here. She has 18.7k subscribers so far. She is just, also doing shorts, doing things like that. So she's been doing some content, but she has decided, as mentioned before, that she is giving up. She's going to be deleting everything from the YouTube channel because it's just the strange ways that things are happening there are really just annoying her, honestly. They really are. And I can absolutely understand it. It is frustrating to have your channel just depend on the whims of YouTube. Another person who is getting affected by this is X1 Daring. They're about to get 2,000 subscribers, only for YouTube to slap me in the face with the nonsense, with the spams, fraud, deceptive practices thing. Not easy being a content creator nowadays. I'll work harder, do my very best. Love you all, extreme darlings. Thanks for the love and support. So yeah, this whole thing here. But yeah, it is just removing to subscribers as well. It's doing a lot of weird things. This is not necessarily the same thing as the spam, fraud, deceptive practices, but it's YouTube again showing that they are not knowing what they're doing. First, it's the spam, fraud, deceptive practices for Denpafish, and now it's other things happening as well when it comes to other creators in other ways. It is YouTube's AI is, well, screwing everybody over, honestly. It really is. It does suck. But my best wishes for both of them, for different reasons, of course. Denpafish, I think, just doesn't want to have to deal with any kind of issues. She hasn't been hit yet, but X1 Daring has been hit by, the strangeness of YouTube. My best wishes for both of them. Alicia Da Lontano is an independent female English VTuber who used to be affiliated with Globey's second generation before Globey closed down. She was able to keep her IP, and that is why we're talking about her today, with something that's popping up as well that she's able to do, which was the Cherry Blossom Festival. That will be at the J Pop-Up Karaoke lineup at the Cherry Blossom Festival in San Francisco. If you're in California, mark the date, April 11th through 12th. Find lots of amazing artists and singers in the Hotel Kabuki, or Kabuki, whatever you want to call it. And Alicia Da Lontano is going to be there. J Pop-Up 2026 karaoke guest. She'll be doing her karaoke stuff. She's a great singer. So, of course, if you are in the area, even if you aren't, just show her some support on her Twitter. Congratulate her for being there. and you know, show her support on YouTube and stuff like that. So it's just, she's a wonderful person, very warm, and is always kind to anyone who just wants to chat with her. So of course, big congratulations to her. Very happy that she gets this big win. She has a big update and a new look, as we're going to Bao the Whale, who's a part of at least affiliated with United Talent. Debuted officially on 30th October 2020. She partnered with she's a partner Twitch streamer who also, you know, does a lot of other things out there. She has shown off recently her new nurse outfit, and yes, it does look adorable. It is very nice. It looks very cute. And it was a Valentine's Day gift to chat, supposedly, so it was something very nice as well.
For a little bit of trouble. I think I'd knock everything over, all the surgical tools, all the...
So yeah, she'd be a mess. When she originally did it, was right here. It was about 2 months ago. Nurse model, huge React stream, merch, Spotify, all that kind of stuff. There we go, let's take a look.
To a petting zoo, and I'm petting ponies, and so I'll have to wake up early for that.
Just
That's
talking to people and doing some other stuff here.
Probably should. Is it normal to remove gallbladder? Yes, it's very normal and common to remove the gallbladder, particularly that makes...
This is, I don't know if this is hers or someone else's, basically showing everything. They're going over some health stuff. But still, the main point is that yes, she does have the nurse model. She does use the nurse model for reacts and other things there. She's been using it a lot in the last 2 months. Big congratulations to her for having it though, and being able to bring something new to her channel. Octavio is someone that I had covered recently when it came to Hololive and the Holostars, because Holostars is under Hololive production, of course. And they are a male English VTuber with them under the Armis generation. And I had mentioned that they didn't really do anything specifically themselves for their birthday, but as always, there is a community behind them, a community who loves them, a community who will support them no matter what. And here we go. It is PH Puppet says, "Happy birthday, Maestro. Witnessed my puppeteer on one of the largest indoor LED billboards in the Philippines. April 11th to 12th, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Glorieta 4 Activity Center. See you there." And this is some of what they have here. That is a very, very nice animation. And like I said, a lot of these things are done with absolute love and care from the community. Check out the Donna Posse at the team who has made it happen. Thank you so much. And octoposse.show. Posse, P-O-S-S-E YouTube. Dear Lordy. I was in charge of one of the art for Octavio Puppeteer's Glorieta project. Over here, as Kuma Ye at Nekocha mentions it there, as well as I animated that. Mike Ki, a fan account, also says that there. This is showing it off IRL in person. This is great to see. I love it. I love seeing the stars supported. I love seeing all VTubers supported. But right now, especially with, you know, the recent situation that happened for Stars JP, it is nice to see any of the Holostars supported as well. And I'm very, very glad to show that to you guys.
Take out my saying it and spraying it is like a waste. It's a wasteful to send your precious little swimmers out into a sock or something. So they will put it in a cup and they will mix it with a drink most of the time, soda or something, and they will drink it to recycle it so it doesn't go to waste.
No.
The energy.
Those are those are some odd folks who probably have a kink. Do that. Do not look. Do not. Just like I would not want someone to drink it, to drink mine, even if that is their thing. Don't drink my spooge. I will not drink it myself. You cannot pay me enough or force me. Well, maybe if my life is at risk, maybe I'll do it for my own stuff. But other than that, like, if my life has to be at risk, you have to have already like cuchillado a little bit, a couple times. You already have to have done something. Like I have to be like really beat up and really fearing for my life in order for me to do that. But in normal circumstances, hell no. Those are some weirdos. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.